Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Tropical Storm Bret. So, as of Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, at 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tropical Storm Bret has maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour and is moving west at 15 miles per hour. So, Tropical Storm Bret has continued to slowly strengthen through the afternoon. It is now expected to approach Barbados by around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so no changes there, and move through between St Lucia and Martinique sometime tomorrow afternoon and evening. We now have tropical storm warnings in effect for St Lucia and Martinique, and tropical storm watches remain in effect for Barbados, St Vincent and the Grenadines now, and Dominica. And looking at the track, Tropical Storm Bret is forecast to continue to move into the Central Caribbean as a tropical storm through Saturday between the ABC Islands and Hispaniola and Puerto Rico. So, looking at the latest Zoom Earth track and satellite imagery, Tropical Storm Bret is still looking rather impressive on satellite, as we still have lots of deep convection around the center and to the east of the center. So this storm is still looking impressive despite some of the wind shear that is starting to impact the system now. And all of this rain and moisture is headed straight for Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Martinique, and Dominica. So, as I showed you earlier, Thursday 1 p.m. we'll have a 65-mile-per-hour tropical storm approaching Barbados, a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm by Friday 1 a.m. Moving west of St. Lucia and Martinique. And we have the tropical storm warning and the tropical storm watches in the yellow and the blue. So, looking at the latest key messages for Tropical Storm Bret. Bret is forecast to approach the Lesser Antilles through Thursday and then move across those islands Thursday and Thursday night as a strong tropical storm, bringing a risk of flooding from very heavy rainfall, strong winds, and dangerous waves along the coast. Given the uncertainty in the track and intensity forecasts, it is still too early to specify the exact location and magnitude of where Bret's associated hazards could occur. A tropical storm warning is in effect for St. Lucia and Martinique, and a tropical storm watch remains in effect for Barbados and Dominica. Additional warnings are possible for some islands in the Lesser Antilles later tonight. Now, looking at the latest probabilities for tropical storm force winds across the Eastern Caribbean, we now have a 40 to 50% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds across northern Barbados and across central and southern Barbados, a 30 to 40% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds across. And now, if you live across St. Lucia and Martinique, you're going to be feeling the brunt of the storm, as you now have about a 50 to 60% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds from Bret. And then as we go towards Dominica, you have about a 30 to 40% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds. And then farther north towards Guadeloupe, about a 10 to 20% chance, as well as St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you have about a 10 to 30% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds from Tropical Storm Bret. And finally, looking at the latest timing for tropical storm force winds, we're likely going to be seeing tropical storm force winds approaching Barbados as early as 8 a.m. Thursday morning and across the rest of the Windward Island chain from Grenada through St. Vincent and the Grenadines, through St. Lucia, through Martinique, through Dominica, and through Guadeloupe, and maybe even as far north as Antigua, Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis by Thursday 2 p.m. So tomorrow 2 p.m. you can expect some tropical storm force winds across almost all of the Windward Island chain, and then these tropical storm force winds are going to move west by tomorrow evening 8 p.m., although they'll still be impacting the islands by 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. And then eventually, as we go into Friday, the tropical storm force winds will move to the west. As of right now, still staying to the south of Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, although Maybe near the Virgin Islands, you might see some tropical storm force winds, and maybe in Aruba or Curacao or Bonaire, you might see the fringes of some of these tropical storm force winds sometime Friday afternoon. So Tropical Storm Bret is going to start impacting the islands by early tomorrow morning with some tropical storm force winds and very heavy rainfall. So make sure you're preparing for Tropical Storm Bret if you live across St Vincent and the Grenadines, St Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, and Barbados. And especially watch out for the flooding threat, as I do believe that there's going to be several inches of rain across these islands from Tropical Storm Bret. Thanks for watching this evening's update. Stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.